In this video, I discovered that the Honda is a lot bigger than the Invacar and try to sort out its brakes. Right, here we go, first impressions, and the slider boots seem okay, so that's good. This panel is preventing me looking at the discs too clearly, but you can see there's a, if I can get you in, fair bit of meat on that side, not that it's focusing. Can't really access the back to compare, but I mean the disc has definitely seen better days, so I'm not at all going to mind changing these over. So I think the next step is to release one of the caliper bolts, which will allow me to lift this up out of the way and inspect the pads. Yeah, you can see there's tension still on the pads, which there shouldn't be, because I've taken both the top and the bottom caliper bolts out, but that caliper still doesn't want to move. Percussive maintenance, we call that. And it's clearly going to need a good dose more by the look of it. Let's try the other way. What I'm trying to do here is push the piston back in. Yeah, I can feel the piston out there. The main piston on the sliding caliper is what holds the tension, so I'm going to have to get more violent off camera. I think that's our problem. That piston doesn't seem keen on moving, so my options are to replace the caliper or try and overhaul it and replace the piston. I'll put that up there momentarily. But the sliders, they're still sliding as they should. That's the other problem you can have, that these seize up because the boots get torn and then the caliper doesn't move back and forth as it needs to. Yeah, I mean, you can see there's the very slightest bit of uneven wear. This pad has worn slightly more than that one, but basically it's gripping the pads and not letting go. Yeah, not a lot more I can do at this stage. I need to investigate my caliper options, but that's one reason for bringing the Honda into the garage, was that I knew this was very, very likely to happen. Right then, let's go and see what the caliper options are. I've had to go and seek advice because I'm not sure. Well, you certainly can't just order up an SMX caliper. SMX not been a model sold here in the UK, so I shall seek some advice on the excellent Honda SMX Owners Club. Decent bunch of people. We'll see what they come back with. By the way, look at the temperature today. Look, it's almost tropical. Amazing. The disc retaining screws are not playing ball. There's two of them. They're both just stripping. So I'm going to have to drill the bloody things out. How annoying. Oh, well, this is turning into a merry old farce. I've got two screws I'm trying to drill out, and neither of them are budging, really. Not quite sure what to do next. I think give up for now. But really, this is one of the problems. I don't have every tool you need, and when you work on cars you need a lot of tools. I don't have an impact driver, which would have been a good thing to try and get the screws turning, and then I haven't got really the best kit to try and deal with the situation when it all goes wrong. It's just quite frustrating just how much stuff you need, and yes, it's one of those times where you think, why didn't I just farm this job out to the local garage? They could have cracked on with this and probably got it done by now. Well, definitely, let's not be a slur on them. They would have sorted this out by now, because they would have had the right kit to do the job. But seeing as I can't even finish the job because I haven't got a replacement caliper, the best thing to do is to just turn off the light and walk away. I've been shopping cobalt drill bits. Let's see if these can get these sodding retaining screws out. Ugh. Jeepers, that took mere seconds. You can almost see it. Come on, focus. That's the remnant of the head of the screw. So you've still got the screw embedded in there, but it's no longer impeding the progress of the disc. So I can get this off and then I can drill the remnants out. So let's have a go at the bottom one. Oh, this thing's really not good at focusing in these conditions. So yeah, still got the bottom one to do. Right, try and take it with me this time. Get it lined up. Actually, I'm going to use a bit of penetrating oil just as a lubricant. There we go. It jammed a bit, but we got there in the end, and that's the little remnant of head again. I'm slightly off center on that one. So now in theory the disc should come off. There we go. Beautiful. And as you can see, or maybe you can't see, but there's a really bad ridge on this disc. So they're not terrible, but they clearly have had an awful lot of wear. And yep, I'm going to get those replaced. Got the lube. There we go. Reverse. And the same again at the bottom, making sure we switch back out of reverse, obviously. So there we go. Thank you very much, Cobalt drill bits. For the other side, and where have I put it? I actually have the tool I should have used all the time. My mate Jasper has once again bailed me out, and I've got an impact driver. So should we go and see if this will work on the other side? Right, let's have a look at this impact driver then. So this is an impact driver, and the impact goes here, and when it compresses it actually twists a bit. So you hold it like that, keep some pressure on, smack that end, and it turns. So we've got some nice poly bits here. Does that one fit nicely? Yes, I would say that fits quite nicely. So we shall put that there. I'll get that just so I can feel it starting, and we'll see if this works. Oh, no joy yet. Let's try some further shock therapy before we give it another go. Aha! There we go. It's that simple. Works as a regular screwdriver as well. So I've got the bolt out this side, so that's all right. Apart from the fact I need some more of those bolts. Let's try the bottom one as well. Oh, not so sure about this one. I have a horrible feeling this one's going to tear out. Might still be doing some drilling yet. Now, even with an impact driver, it's just ripping the head out of that. So that's going to be another job for the drill. Make sure we're going the right way. Yep. Oh blimey, that really does take no time at all. That's quite remarkable. So I can't take this disc off yet. Thankfully that's not too hot, because I've got to take the caliper off yet, but I thought I'd get the screws done first. So that should be free to come off once I've got the caliper off the way. Brilliant. I'll do that off camera because that's really boring. It just involves undoing a few things. Oh, I've got oil all over my face. That's quite impressive. But we've got the first disc in place, so that's probably something to celebrate. Just going to check the sliders are nice and loose. Yeah. Oh. Oh no, there we go. That's got good movement after all. I don't really want to rip the gaiter off and try and get more grease in there, but that seems to... Yeah, we'll say that's all right. So we can get the carrier refitted, get the caliper refitted, and then I can wash my face. Well, I got a bit fed up with that job, which is apparently very good at getting oil on the face. The new caliper hasn't arrived, but I pushed back the piston. It seemed to work, so we'll see how that goes. Not too tricky a job to change the caliper again, but we've got new discs and pads fitted, as you can just about see through there. Nice shiny discs. They certainly look better. Let's hope they are better. And yeah, time to get it off the axle stands and have a gentle test drive, see if it actually has made a difference. It is a lovely day in paradise again, which is nice, but I think little Tuck would rather come back in the garage, so let's see if we can get this monster thing back out again. Oh, isn't this car dirty? Down you come. I'm very glad, given how low this car is, that there's actually a jacking point right on that front cross member. There's a little sticky out bit, which is just the job really. Oh. Here we go then. Oh. Apparently the battery has died. For goodness sake, why do all my batteries die? Oh. What a palaver. Right. We've got the car running. Before I dropped it off the axle stands, I pressed the brake pedal several times because the pistons were right back in the caliper, and if you don't do that, first time you go for a drive you hit the pedal, nothing happens because you first got to pump the piston out so it's touching the pads, so the pads are in contact with the disc or very close to it. So yeah, I mean it's holding already, so we gradually go for a drive. Build a little bit of speed up. Yeah, we're a bit squeaky. They've got some bedding in to do. So bedding in involves just driving gently really. You've just got to take it nice and easy, avoid hard braking for about 200 miles. Just gently let the brakes bed in as best you can. But unfortunately I haven't got a mount. I seem to have lost that, so I'm going to go for a quick test drive, get the battery charged up again, and yeah, I shall report back. Now there's a bit of noise coming from the near side front. You can just about hear it, so I fear there may be more investigations to be done. Now even after an extended test drive it's still making a bit of noise, so I'm not happy with that. I'm going to have another go and get that brake apart again and have a good look at it. Right, having got a bit fed up with the whole battery situation, I ordered another one yesterday. It has arrived, so today's job is to get this battery out and then install this new one. Open outdoors. Yes, well we're doing that, so that should be alright. But first of all, let's get the old battery out of the way. Not a lot to do. I don't think I fit the clamp. Oh, I didn't fit the clamp at all in fact. So that can come off. That's one of the terminal bolts, don't want to lose that. And that should be... There we go. Right. And we'll unpackage this one. And there we go. Right, I guess we need to take this tape off. I'm guessing that's covering a vent would be my... Yes, there we go. There's the vent in the side of the battery. So now it should just be a case of fitting this in. Make sure it's the right way round. Earth goes to the side of the body. There we go. I have to get that bolted in. We'll see if it works. It's unfortunate the label's effectively the wrong way around, but there you go. Right, got some Vaseline on the terminals. Don't tell Rachel I've borrowed her Vaseline. I'm sure she won't mind. It's the greater good, isn't it? Right, moment of truth time. Oh, bro. Let's get that back into park. It's encouraging. There we go. Hopefully that'll be a bit easier on the alternator. Somewhere in this marvellous package, which is mostly parcel tape, is a caliper. And the next step will be to fit that, but I don't think I'm going to do that now on account of it being blooming cold. And yes, I have still got a 5p covering up the door open warning light, which has been misbehaving forever pretty much. Does it go out now? No, there you go, still broken. Right, I might take this for a quick run just because it's not a good idea, especially this time of year, just to start the engine and turn it off again. Oh, so it still sounds very noisy down there. I hope that's the alternator, although that doesn't look much fun to replace. And there we go, we've been for a test drive, all is well, seems to be charging. Hopefully the battery will now hold charge and it'll actually start in the morning and not need assistance. The caliper is going to have to wait because there is too much snow, it's bitterly cold. I don't fancy pulling the brakes apart just at this particular moment. I'm not going to be driving anywhere for a bit. If I do, there are other cars, it's fine. So yeah, that's it for this one. In the next video I'll try and sort that caliper out, find out what's making that annoying noise, and I can progress further with the Honda SMX. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I shall see you again in a future video. Farewell.